So today we're going to be testing out the speed and noise of this air purifier here. Ambient noise is around 30. At the low speed, it's around 40. For reference, speaking is around 75. So we'll move to the second speed and it jumped up to around 45. The speed is around 4.0. The third level at 65 is 8.6 speed. So that's quite fast. This is the eco mode. The eco mode is just above baseline. You can barely hear it, and the wind is at the lowest at 2.7. So that's for saving energy. Now, when you open it, you'll see that it turns off. When I put this back on, it turns on immediately. So it has a kind of special feature where it kind of closes and knows that you're doing stuff inside. It also remembers the last setting that you had on when you close it and put it back on again. You can see this is what the inside looks like. You have a little mesh. You take the mesh off from the top here, and that is what you get. That's the carbon filter with the black. This is to eliminate the odor, and that is the HEPA filter. This gets out most, if not all, the small particles here. I think the website says you need to replace it like 3 to 6 months. Around 6 months, I would say, is when you want to replace it. So that's the ionizing feature, and that is the timer there. Also, the check filter button. We click it and see the HEPA filter needs replacing, and you can see at the side that's where it intakes the air. There's also a handle on the back where it makes moving it very easy. So next, let's move on to the durability task, where we can see by scratching it, you could see, yeah, you could see there's definitely a scratch right there. So the black part is not really scratch resistant. Now we move on to the silver part and see if it still scratches, but it's definitely less noticeable for sure. Let's move on to the top. Here you can see that, yes, it still scratches, but it is less noticeable than the other parts. And lastly, we move on to the buttons. Here the buttons are probably most scratch resistant. You can't really see it at all, so that's where it's best. Overall, not bad, and you can see the input on this is really, really good, so I really do recommend this. It definitely gets a thumbs up.